Game day, Bears fans. Final preseason game of the year is tonight, and we're going to be live for a watch party. So subscribe and join us. Turn on those notifications so you get reminded when we do go live, which will be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time. Full hour pregame show before the game kicks off at 8 Eastern, 7 Central Time. Starters aren't playing, but still plenty to watch for. We'll tell you what to watch for coming up next here on Chicago Bears Now. I'm Harrison Graham. The preseason finale is here. It's the Bears and the Chiefs. Caleb Williams, Patrick Mahomes. Although not tonight. The Bears are not going to play the majority of their starters. Not sure if any starters will play, but that was the phrase Flus used, and Caleb being one of those. But there's still a lot of things to keep an eye on in this ball game, so we'll kind of run through those here on today's show. And I think more than anything else, it's that roster bubble. You guys watched our roster bubble video yesterday, but to kind of expand on that list and give you some names to monitor tonight. A couple of these guys, we'll see if they play. DeAndre Carter's missed a lot of practice in the last two preseason games, but maybe he's able to go tonight. We'll have to wait and see. But guys like Velus Jones, Daniel Hardy, Ian Wheeler, Ja'Tyre Carter, Brett Rippon, can he make the case to be a QB3? Him being a vet, maybe tonight doesn't matter a ton, but I'm intrigued to see how he plays. Greg Stroma Jr., Micah Baskerville's had a great preseason. I think Brendan Bates could be in the mix to be your fourth tight end if they decide to go heavy there. I still think the Bears, when you take a look at their 53-man roster projection, which we'll do our final projection between now and roster cutdown day on Tuesday, I think a few spots are still up for grabs. I really, really do. And I think this is kind of a chance to leave a final impression for some of these guys. They're not playing starters for a reason. Part of that is to protect them, but I think you view it as an opportunity. If you're on the bubble, like, hey, I'm going to get to play more tonight. I'm going to get to make my case, and I'm fascinated to see if any of these guys can just ball out in this game and really leave a strong final impression. More Austin Booker. He's not on the roster bubble. We know he's going to make the team. Maybe he plays a little bit less. I would put him in the category of player that I do expect to play, though. And he's been fun to watch, man. I like what we've seen from him in the preseason. Has the 2.5 sacks, 7 QB pressures. He's been impressive. And we saw on the behind-the-scenes stuff on Hard Knocks that even though they tried to make a push for Matt Judon, they're clearly high on Austin Booker. Like, they like what he's been able to bring to the table. And again, you've got Montez Sweat. Who's going to help? And it might have to be a committee approach. And if it is, Austin Booker, I think, has to be a part of that committee. A guy that can come in, pressure the quarterback from time to time, and be that type of third down rusher that you need in a rotation. I think the Bears are going to give him chances. And look, he might even have a big role this year. Who knows? I doubt he's going to start early on, but I mean, who's a better pure pass rusher? Austin Booker or DeMarcus Walker? At the edge spot, I'd say Booker. I think Walker, when he kicks inside and they go into kind of a NASCAR package, I think he's more effective in there. But keep an eye here. Booker, final impressions here for him as well. He's obviously safe to make the team, but I think big things could be ahead for this kid, and it could start this year. Tyson Beck, it's fun. Listen, even if in some aspects of this game there's not going to be a ton to evaluate. Again, there's roster bubble guys, which we outlined, but we know Bagent's safe. We know he's the backup. He's also fun to watch. Like, it's entertaining. He's a fun character. And it's been a fun preseason. It's fun to see more access of him through Hard Knocks. I thought they did a good job in that third episode of really kind of outlining him, his dad. That was entertaining as well. Really balled out in the last preseason game. We'll see if he can do it again here tonight as the numbers speak for themselves. He's been efficient, he's been effective, and he's been fun to watch, and he's easy to root for. And look, the day after the Hard Knocks episode came out on Wednesday, he met with the media, and they asked him, look, what do you want out of your career? Because he kind of hinted on Hard Knocks that, look, I'm not just some guy in the QB room. And he said, y'all would think I'm crazy. I've got ridiculous, unbelievable aspirations that go far deeper than what I've been able to do so far, so I'll sum it up like that. He clearly thinks and wants to be a starter in this league. And number one, he should think that way. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, you should have aspirations to start. Number two, he's got good reason to feel that way. He's shown good things. He's overcome adversity throughout his playing career, had no D1 offers, goes to a D2 college at Shepherd, sets Division II records, beats the odds, and makes the team as an undrafted rookie. He goes 2-2 as a starter, and he's clearly improved. Shane Waldron says no one's going to outwork this kid. I don't think he's ever a starter here, at least a permanent one. If he is, it probably means Caleb's missed some time. But I think there's a scenario where at some point he is starting in this league for a different team, and I would be happy as hell for him if that was the case. I'm happy he's here now because I think he's a good backup, but this kid believes in himself. He's fun, and I can't wait to watch him again tonight. Will Tyson Beck ever be an NFL starting quarterback? What do you guys think? Type Y for yes or type in for no. Again, you don't want it to be for the Bears because that means Caleb didn't work out, but certainly I think there's an opportunity some point down the road. All right, make sure you get going with our sponsor, Rocket Money, a personal finance app that can find and cancel any subscriptions that you no longer want. Download the app today, sync up your bank account, rocketmoney.com/Bears. Now you're going to see all of your subscriptions listed out on one screen, and you're going to find out that you're spending a lot of money to pay for these services, and some you may not even use anymore or rarely use, and you may decide, I want to scale back. I want to kind of cut back on that spending, and so you click the cancel button, follow a couple of directions. They'll take care of the rest for you. You don't have to deal with direct back and forth customer service. Rocket Money will do that for you. And listen, there's a lot of benefits to this app. You can stay on top of your credit score. You can set budgets, and they'll send you alerts throughout the month to see if you're on track to maintain that budget you set for yourself. I've got a mortgage. My wife and I have a 16-month-old. We got big expenses, so we got to pick and choose what we're spending on. They'll categorically kind of show you what you're spending on a monthly basis and how much you're spending on different things. And if you need to, scale back in certain areas, Rocket Money is going to help you do that. So download the app today. Customers are saving up to $740 per year with Rocket Money. Think what you could do with that much money. You could start a college fund. You could go on a vacation. You could go on several nice meals. You could just do whatever. I mean, you could just splurge with it. RocketMoney.com/Bears now. Download the app today. You are not going to regret it. And listen, you got to stay on top of your money. Believe me. All right. Let's talk punt return, kick return. Maybe we get a little more clarity on who that is at both of these spots. I think we know if Velus Jones makes the team, he's the kickoff returner. But what if he doesn't? And also, even if he does, who's the punt returner? I mean, I think they signed DeAndre Carter to be that, but he's been out for a while. And when he was out there, he didn't exactly show a ton. Now, he's got a track record, so it's not like I'd be concerned about him being the punt returner if he makes the team, but I'm not sure he makes the team. The tricky part about your two returner spots right now is a lot of the guys in the mix for those jobs are on the roster bubble. So, again, it kind of ties back into the roster bubble, but I want more explosiveness out of a punt returner than what we've had in recent years. I mean, Trent Taylor was on the team last year only because he could catch the ball. I have higher aspirations than that. I think DeAndre Carter could provide that as a punt returner. We know Velus Jones doesn't catch the ball on punt return, so you can't have him back there. Josh Blackwell's been returning punts. He catches it, but he doesn't give you a ton of juice. So I'm curious to see who they put back there in this game because maybe that kind of tells us what they're thinking about those spots at this point in time. And then lastly, it's still Bears football. I'll watch Bears preseason, even if starters aren't playing. Yeah, by the fourth quarter, I'll be ready for week one. But you know what? When kickoff gets here, I'll still be excited. The hairs will still be standing up on my skin, and you're kicking it off at Arrowhead. There's not many things better in life than a little NFL Bears football game. So hopefully you guys will join us. And if you are joining us for our Bears Chiefs watch party tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central Time, make sure to spam me in the comments down below, and we will see you guys then. Don't forget to subscribe, hit those notifications. We'll continue to pump out daily content. And, hey, Thursday night, I think I said tomorrow night. Tonight is the game for the final preseason finale. Let's get it.